This is a new segment branched off of Word on the Street, The Locker Room. Shout out Zay for the name of that. But this will be our sports podcast for the most part. Like I said, branched off of our main one because we thought trying to talk about sports and everything else in one podcast would be a lot, and no one wants to listen to 2 hour podcast. Like I know we're interesting, but I don't think we're that interesting, at least in my eyes. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But so this is the locker room, and we're gonna have me. This will basically be partnered by me and Jay, and then also depending on what Menage wants to do as well, the other co-host of Word on the Street. But the vision of it is just talk barbershop stuff with sports, and then also having different people in here give their
Talk some
opinion.
ball, man. Talk some ball, and then maybe depend on the day, the sports, what's going on. We might have some people come in and represent
Yeah,
their own team.
yeah, and I know my dad is very, very excited about this podcast as well because he has some outlandish things to say. So we're going to be getting him here regularly on this podcast, so this should be very interesting. Um, but let's start with since you're the newcomer, let's start with you. What team you repping today, man?
Ah, man. I mean, really, if we start with the NFL, I mean, shout out them boys in Maryland, man. I'm a big Commanders fan. Born and raised, born into it. So there's the story on how I became a Commanders fan. Literally born into it. Been rocking with them since literally birth. As soon as I came out the womb, my dad had a Redskin blanket right there for me. So I've stuck with them through all the ups and downs, a lot of downs, a lot of downs. I'll be the first one to admit when we're good and when we're not good. So yeah, well, we're coming off a bad year, so hopefully we can pick up off that. Uh, for NBA, for basketball, I'm a John Morant follower. So I'm a newly Portland Trailblazer fan. I've never stuck with like a team. I've either followed LeBron or since Ja's been in the league, I followed Ja. So I guess I'll say I'm a Blazer fan. So yeah, new into baseball, but shout out the Rays.
All right, so let's start. You already know, my sister and I, big Phillies fans. Been watching for the last 5 years. I think that's the sport I've literally learned the most about in such a short amount of time. I think basketball and football took me a while, but I think baseball took me within like a year and a half, 2 years to understand everything. Mind you, that's probably the most complex of the sport of the three sports. Um, Basketball. I was a Wizards fan from 2013 all the way till 2020, and then they decided to trade my boy John Wall away, and I was just like, "What is this franchise doing?" And have has not been the same since. I mean, they're decent now, I guess. But now I'm a newly acquired Detroit Pistons fan, and before anybody asks, yes, I was a fan of them before they made the playoffs. I unfortunately had to endure the reverse of 73-9. Um, my favorite player is Cade Cunningham. I think he's one of the most well-rounded basketball players in the whole entire league, in my opinion. And I think he's one of, if not the best guard in the East for the NBA. Others are going to say otherwise because I heard somebody won the championship recently, but that's neither here nor there. Football, gotta represent them boys out in Kansas City. And yes, I was a fan of them before Patrick Mahomes was even on there. You could ask me about that 2017 roster with Alex Smith, and Marcus Peters, and all those types of players on the team before then. And also, I had to endure 5 years, no, 3.5 years to see Daniel Swartzen play safety at the NFL level, and I hated every second of it. But gotta love 1-5, man. That's the baby goat right there.
Very
So
rare, very rare. Hearing that somebody's a Chiefs fan before Mahomes. That's like somebody saying they're a Golden State fan before, you know what I'm saying, Steph Curry.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I almost became a Golden State fan because I actually liked the Warriors around the same time that I liked the Wizards. But John Wall really piqued my interest. But I did like Steph's games. I really did. But I was like, but Steph can't dunk. Honestly, this is my thought process when I was younger. I was like, he can't dunk. I don't want to see that shit. So I went with
Look
the
now,
Wizards.
everybody wants to be like him.
I did. My game for the first like majority of my career was catered because of John Wall. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So what we getting into, Zed? What we getting into?
I feel like we can get into the sport that kind of has everything kind of situated and is about to head into training camp. So we get into football.
We.
Obviously, free agency's happened.
Hmm.
The draft has happened. A
Hmm.
lot, a lot of noise has been surrounded around my team, and now there's a lot of noise around your team. So I feel like both of our teams have a lot of noise around this offseason. Obviously, we're both coming off seasons where we were had high expectations. I feel like both teams were expecting AFC NFC championship or bust. But 15-5 went down relatively early in the season. So now we are having a very crucial offseason where if you want to start what your team did and how you feel in the offseason, go ahead.
All right. First and foremost, like you said, yeah, 1-5. Like I said, if you've been living under a rock and we have been watching football season, 1-5 unfortunately went down. I want to say 2 weeks after the Thanksgiving game when we played the Cowboys, and we were basically fighting for our lives to make the playoffs, which is kind of crazy to say on a Patrick Mahomes led football team. And then he went down, and just from there, it was just basically we punted the season away. So not only did that happen, we lost a good amount of key pieces this offseason. Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson that were in the secondary, which was really, really sad to see, especially Trent McDuffie. That he actually was my favorite player outside of Pat back in 22, just because of just the way you can move him in the slot outside guarding the other team's best wide receiver. Like I just thought he was just a dog, and seeing him go that hurt. Like I know people are like, how can you be emotional about sports, but that hurt.
That's almost basically the heart and soul of your secondary. That is the heart and soul of your secondary. And you didn't just lose one of them, you lost two of
Lost
them.
two of them, and then also losing, which I know he's happy about, but
Thank
losing
you very much.
Leo was also a hurt piece. He like
Nasty,
Y'all are
nasty.
going to see now that he's going to be probably linebacker two, linebacker one with Sonny Styles out in Washington. Y'all are going to see why I was so upset why we lost. This man could do it all. He could do it in the run. He could do it in the pass. Shit, he plays special teams sometimes. He impacts that game as well. Like he's just such a
He's just a flat out athlete. Honestly,
like
he's a freak athlete.
it's
Anywhere on that
crazy that
defense,
we did.
he can play.
It's crazy we didn't match his contract. It is just
We
absurd.
didn't sign him for a lot. I think we signed him 3 years, 20 mil or 24 mil, so 8 mil a year. Wasn't a big contract.
And that's what irritated me. So I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning of the offseason, I was kind of concerned. Like don't get me wrong. I've seen Pat win with some piss poor defenses, but those were really really concerning. But the draft was handled masterfully. Free agency was handled masterfully. First off, getting Delane, love his. I watched his film.
I wanted him, by the way.
Yeah, and that's why. And see, which I'm glad you brought that up. Everybody was confused on why we traded up. If we would have been below the Commanders or below the Browns, I guarantee he would have gotten taken. I bet all the money in the world he got taken. That's why I thought we had to trade up for it. I love that pick. I love the Peter Woods pick. Beefs up the defensive line, helps Chris Jones a little bit. You know, he's always doubled or triple team, which rightfully so. He's been the best D tackle for ever long. Maybe not this past year, but before that he was. And just a lot of key underrated guys too, like getting Jeff Caldwell out of Cincinnati, getting another slot corner, even though we just picked up one from the Dolphins. I forgot to say his name. Both stud athletes in the secondary. Steve Spagnuolo is about to have a masterful defense with those guys. A couple of the safeties we
Definitely
picked
gonna
up.
draw some stuff up for that defense.
Yeah,
A lot younger on
a lot
defense, so
younger
that
again.
helps.
And I really thought we did a pretty good job handling for the most part. The only question mark I have is the offense because, like Zay said, with the drama surrounding our team, our wide receiver one loves getting into legal trouble, and he was away from the team for 30 days and had
Locked up.
to locked up. Won't let me out.
Yeah.
Anyone that's not familiar, he was involved in a really bad car accident and was indicted and had to serve. He was on probation and he broke his probation by smoking marijuana. Regardless of how you feel, if it should be legalized or not, you're on probation. You're not supposed to be doing it. So there's that. But I think with Tyquan Thornton probably getting a bigger load in the offense. I think Xavier Worthy finally being healthy, which I didn't even know that all last year he was hurt, which is crazy.
Yeah,
That explains a
he
lot.
was. I think he had an
So
ankle injury.
it was like an ankle and it was a shoulder. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
he was going through. I think the beginning was shoulder. The beginning of that season was shoulder, and then it led to ankle towards the end of the year.
Yeah, so like it's gonna be good to see what he does. Also, I forgot to bring this up. We got the reigning Super Bowl MVP on our team now, so it's like that is going to open up the run game so much, and I think that's going to help extend Pat's longevity, which I think is why his knee.
How in the world y'all got him for the deal y'all got him on, and the Seahawks didn't want to match it or offer that, if not more? Ridiculous, if you ask me.
Hey man, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So
You just gave Patrick Mahomes a run game.
that's what I'm saying. And like he's not even have to be superhuman all the time. Now he can go here, K9, you got it. And then we have another stud in training camp. His name's Emmett Johnson. He apparently has been tearing up in training camp. So
I watched him in college. He's he's good.
I'm just excited to see what this team can do. Like I said, I know with Andy Reid and Pat and Eric Bieniemy coming back as well. I just think there's never a doubt in my mind that we could be the best team in the league. So that's
Yeah, absolutely. I have y'all very highly ranked in that conference. We'll get into where we have everybody at a little after. Uh, I feel for the first time in so long, outside of like the draft, Jaden Daniels is probably the last time the offseason really exciting because, oh my God, we got our guy. This offseason has been my favorite. I
yeah.
feel
Not to,
like
not to cut you off. I think y'all did an amazing job this offseason. Like
fantastic. I think A
hit.
plus. A plus. So we touched on it in the other channel. When you have money to spend and you have a hole on your team, you go spend that money. And we had the second most cap space, and what did we do? Straight defense. I can't even tell you an offensive player that we signed. I think it was straight defense. My favorite pickup. It's not Leo either, and I love the Leo Chanel pickup. Nick Cross.
Yes. I was hoping you'd bring that up.
Got Nick Cross on a steal, a 2 for 20. That's a steal, and he led the league. He led safeties last year in tackles. He's a guy who can be in the box and defend the run, and he also is great in the pass game. Like I love that he's a big body freak athlete safety. I'm a little concerned about our other safety spot, but hopefully collectively we can fill that spot. Defensive line. Good lord, did we need that? Actually, I'm very surprised. I just seen that we were top 10 actually in sacks last year. I did not know that.
Really?
I did not know we were top 10 rushing, pass rush attack. I did not know that. I mean, it
Man,
makes sense. Von Miller had 9.5. Drum Payne was a freak, but we did have a good pass rush last year. But this year, I mean, we go get the buddy from the Chargers. We get Owe on a pretty good contract. We got don't know how to say his name. I don't want to mispronounce it, but the guy from the Patriots.
Oh yes. That was a good pickup.
We added him, and then we got Settle back from Houston. He played with us before. Tim Settle, another defensive tackle. We honestly just filled up the defensive line from head to toe, and then we added Leo Chanel, and then obviously in the draft at 7, you get quite literally the most freak athlete probably in combine history. Like we had a linebacker being compared to Calvin Johnson. So getting Sonny Styles, they've already said in minicamp he's wearing the green dot on defense. He's our quarterback of the defense. Freak athlete, can play in the pass game, can get to the quarterback. Lamar, have fun if we ever play Lamar. Have fun coming away from him. So I'm excited. Defense, the second, our corners. I like Trey Amos going into year 2. I like Mikey going into year 3. Mikey forced a lot of turnovers. He gives up touchdowns, but he forced a lot of turnovers. And I love the Amik Robertson pickup from Detroit. He's small, he's 5'9", 5'10", but he is a dog. And that will fill our slot right there. So we'll have Mikey and Trey on the outside. And like I said, he's a dog. He's a pit bull. That's literally what we've been saying in training camp and all that. He's a pit bull. Super excited. We also drafted Antonio Williams out of Clemson. He was injured last year for his last year, but before that, I mean, he was Clemson's wide receiver number one. So we'll have him in the slot with Scary Terry. As of right now, I think Burks will be our wide receiver two with De'Ami Brown and Luke McCaffrey. Um, I'm sure everybody in the football world has heard of a guy by the name of Brandon Ayuk. Now, before I give you my opinion on what's been going on, what do you think about the situation?
I just think it is a very. Now I know you told me like a little bit of what you think is going on from just like a pure black and white standpoint. This is a mess, like a mess. I'm just gonna start with the 49ers. I think they should have just cut ways with him because regardless of the fact of like you wanting to punish him, whatever the case may be, this is bad publicity for your team for the 49ers standpoint. And then just from a him standpoint, I see where he's trying to like go about it. I don't know if I would do it with this much noise because then it brings attention to y'all and it's messing up and it's making like publicity for y'all, making put JD in like a uncomfortable situation, things of that sort. So I just the whole thing's just very messy.
Yeah, I completely agree. And from start to finish, I've literally, I'm nonstop every day looking at this, trying to figure out what's going on because I would love to add Brandon Ayuk. I think that adding Brandon Ayuk to an offense that is already, with JD healthy, has been a top five scoring offense. Adding a Brandon Ayuk opposite of Scary Terry and then Antonio Williams. We got Chig also at tight end, who's an explosive tight end, and then Rashad White in the backfield. We could really make some noise offensively. And we could be, I think that's like a division changer for us. Like that puts us as the best in the division, and if we don't have them, we could be third. But with the situation, man, I'm on Brandon Ayuk's side. When it's with the him versus 49ers situation, I'm with him because I think a couple days ago it came out and he said he last year when he was recovering and all that, he hit all the standpoints that he needed to hit to return.
Hmm.
They said no, and they voided. He said his contract was voided before the season. I think November. He said, if I'm not mistaken. So they voided his contract a while ago, even after he hit all the spots that he needed to hit.
Hmm.
So for me, if I'm a football player, why would I want to go play for that organization? Because he just got hurt, a major injury, came back, proved to you. Even the players were saying he was running 22 miles an hour, making hard cuts on the field. George Kittle came out and said that. So why are you cutting him, or why are you not playing him? Why are you not paying him? Me as a player, I wouldn't like that, and it's sad to say it's a black athlete. Uh, that ownership has some history, so why not cut him? And the thing that sucks is now from the 49ers, you're just being petty. You don't owe him no more money.
Right.
Contract's already voided. All you have to do is cut him. And I know people are saying he has to reinstate as an active player again. We just found out that his agent wasn't even in contact with him, wasn't helping him, take the steps he needed, and was just basically collecting free checks from Ayuk. And Ayuk fired him. And then we know that Lynch showed up to Ayuk's house unannounced. So I see nothing wrong with him going on social media saying all the things he's saying. Now, is he kind of out of pocket for some of the way he's wording it? A little bit. But I understand. Obviously, you need everybody else outside the organization to see what's going on. So I don't have a problem with it. Just cut him.
It sounds like you break up with your old ex. You about to get with you want to get with the new boy or whatever or the new girl, but then the old girl's making it bad difficult. She's
Right. She won't let you go.
yeah.
Even though she don't want nothing to do with you, she won't let you go. And that's what the 49ers are doing. They don't want Ayuk. They've made that known over the last year and a half, but they won't let him go. So, and then they canceled minicamp because he was going to show up to minicamp. So now we got to wait till training camp where hopefully he shows up and they cut him. Because if he shows up, they're not going to want to answer those questions at media. So they're going to cut him then. So hopefully training camp is next week, I believe. We start figuring out if he's going to get cut or not. But I don't know if him and JD have been trolling, but they need to cut that out with the trash talk. You know what I'm saying? We need to cut that out. We need to leave JD's mom. shout out, Mama Daniels. We need to leave her out of this. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's hopefully they just mess around because they've been cool for so long. But I honestly hope he gets cut and he falls on our lap. I mean, he's wearing literally our gear on Instagram, so I'm just waiting for it.
I not gonna lie, I think I probably have y'all at the. I don't know where I have y'all yet as far as like the conference itself, but I will say in that division, y'all are in the wow, upper half for me because I just like we talked about before with the Eagles, they've lost AJ Brown, they lost even though Reed wasn't like the greatest safety on planet Earth, but they still lost some pieces of defense. They're gonna have to pay guys here at some point, so it's just gonna be interesting to see.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back from last year, from winning the Super Bowl to basically like being mediocre for the most part, getting bailed up by
Yeah,
your defense. So I
exactly.
think they're anywhere from 1 to 2 for me. And then with y'all, I just my only question mark is like the defense. I mean, not defense, the offense. Even though you still have guys like Rashad White, you still have Terry McLaurin, who literally can play with any quarterback. Um, I just want to see what the rest of your offense looks like. But on the defensive end, I
I'm actually opposite.
really,
I'm I have full confidence that as long as five is on the field, our offense is going to produce points. I'm curious to see how all these pieces fit on defense.
yeah,
That's it. Offense, I have no concerns about. I mean, shit, we were still putting up points last year
true.
without five.
Yeah. I just think I'm more excited for the defense because, like, one, like, obviously one of those guys was one of my guys as well. And I already know what he's capable of doing on the football field. And then I was a big fan of Nick Cross. I was hoping we were going to sign him, but I mean, it still worked out. We still got Gomani from the, I think the Chargers. But yeah, I'm excited to see what your defense is. I really am. I think on all three levels that the corners can be a little questionable, but for the most part, I love everything from three levels from the safety position, from the linebacker position, and defensive line. I think. I
Real quick,
go ahead.
sorry to cut you off. Just Shams tweeted for any Lakers fans out there. Shams tweeted Zaire Williams has agreed on a 1 year, $3 million deal with the Lakers. For any Laker fans out there that care, there you go. It's fun to get
I
that off.
thought it was something of importance. Wait, actually, hold on. Before we get back to that, that's actually looking at a bat pickup because he's a
It's
weak.
not. He's a 6'8" wing. He can
Yeah,
defend. He played on the Grizzlies. I liked him.
yeah. He shoot.
Yeah, he can shoot. Probably all he can do.
I don't like that. I mean, I don't hate that pickup. I think that's a good
Yeah,
pickup.
no, it's a
But
solid pickup. They need some wings. So
now to the rest. Let's see. Who did I finish? Oh, well, I know how I finished last. So the Cowboys. Cowboys are the Cowboys at this point. I just don't think they've really done anything this offseason outside of franchise tag George Pickens and Caleb Downs. I don't really see how that defense got much better. And then on the offensive end, offense for Dallas has never been the issue per se. It's just them finding consistency of actually performing in the playoffs. So I just don't see a world where I see them drastically improving. I mean, I could be wrong, but
right.
I don't see
No,
it.
I completely agree. I agree with that. With everything you said, honestly, we both have the same last place for our
Yeah,
division
guys.
within the
Yeah.
Giants. I don't. It's not that I don't believe in what they're building. It's that they still have the worst secondary in football, and they still have the worst wide receiver core in football. Malik Neighbors is expected to miss more time than we thought. It may possibly end up being the whole season at this point. His last surgery that he just had did not go good, and their quarterback still thinks he's a wrecking ball. So, I mean, that guy had three concussions last year and only played 12 games. I feel like so. Until they figure those three things out, especially the wide receiver group and the secondary, you can get away with because of that pass rush, but that wide receiver group, you got to figure that out. Odell right now looks like wide receiver one in New York, so that's
Right.
not good. Um, here's where I'll switch up. I actually have the Eagles coming in third.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think losing AJ Brown is a big hit. I feel like I love Devontae Smith. I think he's a wide receiver one in the NFL. But I think that big body physicality that AJ Brown brings, they're really gonna miss. It seems like they kind of have more just speed than just absolute physicality. Their offensive line is getting older. Saquon had an off year, and that defense. I think now you're moving for some reason. You're moving, Cooper to safety. I don't like that. And then you lose Reed, and Tariq Woolen is not a great man-to-man coverage corner. I don't know. Now, Eagles fans, y'all can tell me, do y'all run more man or zone? I don't know. I don't watch y'all. But if y'all run more man, have fun with Tariq Woolen. He's gonna get burned. He's a
We we
zone corner.
we seen it in the playoffs.
Exactly. He's not a good man-to-man corner. So hopefully y'all play more zone than anything. But you're gonna have to pay guys as well. So guys might start asking for trades and all that. And they're just getting older. The defense as well. I mean, they're not really getting any younger anywhere. The only thing they got younger at was their wide receiver group. That's about it because you drafted Mekhi Lemon. But I don't. I just want to see how it works without AJ and the different spots they have guys in on defense. And then Dallas. I mean, let's be honest. They got the best wide receiver duo in football.
Yeah, Barn. Yeah.
1,000%. And then they have a top 10 quarterback. Then if you really want to push it, top 12 quarterback and Dak. Uh, they have a pretty good O line. They got a good run game. They had a really good run game last year, actually. So the offense will be fine. They'll put up 30 points a game. Defense, I love the Caleb Downs pickup. They drafted another rookie. I don't remember his name, but he's on the defensive line, I believe, which is a really good pickup for them. Defense got better. It's not, I think it'll be more middle of the pack defense than bottom tier defense. So I think that will kind of push them into first or second in that division. And then obviously, I'm going to say it's completely unbiased. If I said biased, I would say there's no chance we're first. This is unbiased. I could see us winning the division if we have Brandon Ayuk or just get Stephon Diggs or any other wide receiver too. If we don't, I think it'll be honestly a close three-way race for first between us, the Eagles, and Cowboys. So, but I'm gonna say us, Dallas, Philly, and the Giants. I don't even need to say more about the Giants.
For me, it's just Dallas' secondary I don't trust at all. And I think that pass rush is pretty good, but I don't know if it's that good to hide the weaknesses in the secondary. I
They
don't.
drafted a good corner. I want to say he was out of Tennessee.
Oh, what's that? Colton or McCoy or somebody like that?
Let me go see who they drafted. It was definitely a good pickup. I've definitely drafted him in Madden. Definitely drafted him in Madden. But outside of that, I mean, they just got better overall, though. I mean, they were terrible last year at on defense. It's not as bad. Let's see. Oh, they picked up Kobe Durant. Forgot about that. So that's good for their secondary. They have Amir Speed. I'm not seeing a corner on here that I think
I
they have.
I I don't know. I'm not really crazy about those guys. I'm really not.
It's just not as bad. Kobe Durant will help in the slot.
Hmm.
Um, they added D Winters. They got him from the Niners for a steal, which is actually pretty good. They added Rashawn Gary, still
Okay.
28 years old. That's a good pickup for them. Still got Quinnen Williams. Their defense got better. I could see probably between 20 and like 16th for their ranking. So not too middle of the pack, but also not the worst.
That was a good one. Trying to think for my division. This is completely unbiased, even though this opinion is going to sound biased, and I really don't care. I have this. I have this. I have everything to back it up of why I feel this way. So we're gonna start with the bottom. It's the Raiders. It's not even close. They. I don't even know who's wide receiver one on that team.
I
Start
don't
there.
either.
I will give it to them. They have a good tight end group. They have a good running back. You have a big question mark at quarterback.
I don't think so. It's either you're going to start the number one overall pick right away, or you're going to let him sit behind a guy who's been there, done that in Kirk Cousins. So I think Kirk Cousins will play a majority of the season because of the contract they gave him, and that's a guy who can win you games. He loves throwing to the tight end. So Brock Bowers will eat. Genty will take the next step. The defense is actually solid. It's probably the brighter spot of their team. It's the brighter spot of their team. They had a really good draft. So
I must not be familiar. Maybe I'm gonna have to brush up on it.
they also added an all-pro offensive lineman from the Ravens. Don't forget they got him.
They did, but it's just like in my years of watching this division for such a long time, the Raiders have only been good once, twice,
Once.
and like I just
How many wins do you have them getting?
play us twice, play the Broncos twice, play the Chargers twice. So
Well,
that's
they don't beat none of y'all. Let's get that out the way.
okay.
That's
So
oh,
that's what that's like 6 losses right there. Um, 7 games.
I'll give them about 6 games, which is better than what they just had. I don't think they're the worst team in football. I don't think they're in the bottom three.
No, not at all. But
Yeah,
yeah.
they just
Um,
unfortunately in that division.
third place. It sucks that I really don't want to say this. I think it's gonna end up being the Chargers, only because, like I said, I could be wrong, but they are getting guys that are coming back healthy. But I've still yet to see Justin Herbert with a bona fide wide receiver one, and then not to mention Derwin's getting older. Some of their pieces on defense are getting older, so it's like, and then Harbaugh's play calling is very like run centric heavy, which is cool during the regular season, but like at a point in the playoffs, it's not going to work. We've seen it time and time again. The Titans run heavy rushing attack didn't go far. Ravens in 23 did not make it to the Super Bowl. Who else has a pretty run heavy attack? I mean, honestly, the Chargers obviously in 22 they're for the most part a run heavy did not make them. I just don't see. They need to open up the playbook more. I think and let Justin Herbert be more of a gunslinger instead of like a. He's not a game manager, but he plays like a game manager. If that makes sense.
But it also as a front office, you have to go get him that wide receiver one. You
Yeah,
know, not no diss on Lad, but he's not a wide receiver one.
yeah, no, he's
So
wide receiver
I
too.
think you need to go make the splash. Honestly, I thought they should have been in the AJ Brown conversation, if you want to be honest. But there's guys out there they can go get if they want them. You know,
I
hey,
am curious to see how Quentin Johnson improves because he didn't have a terrible year last year. I think he had
he
a
had a
kid.
good start to the year, but he kind of slowed down a little bit.
Oh, okay. See, that's the thing right there. They don't have consistent wide receiver play. If you get that consistent wide receiver play,
Yeah,
you're going to be in the mix to win the division and possibly even make a deep run. I just don't.
I
I
would
just
love, I would love for the Chargers to make a splash and go get Justin Jefferson.
that would be crazy.
That's a guy who I think his time is running out in Minnesota. They're not giving him the quarterback he needs and deserves. And what better market for him to be in than LA?
If I'm the
Jets
Chargers.
with Herbert, that could be a potential best quarterback wide receiver duo in the league.
Yeah, 1,000%.
So I think it's time to make a splash. And you got the offensive line, you got a young running back. Now's the time while Justin Herbert's about to enter his prime.
Yeah. Two. I really don't want to give them credit, but I gotta give it to the Broncos because they did win the division last year.
Bo
Um,
Nix is a fraud.
Bo Nix is a fraud, which I'm getting to that. They have a magnificent defense. They're all under contract. They're all young. They're going to be a top 10 defense for the foreseeable future. I will give
They'll
them
be
that.
top three this year.
I will give them that. Sean Payton, one of the greatest coaches of all time. For me, it's the offense. Like Zay said, I'm not a big fan of Bo Nix, and it's not because I don't think he's a good quarterback or anything like that. I just think he benefits off of a very run-heavy style offense, and the defense has to play honest to the run defense, and then
Remember that stat we talked about. He's never won a game where the opposing team has scored 17 or more points.
which brings us to the point of the run game. The run game slows everything down. You get to control the pace, especially if you're leading or whatever. You don't have to put up crazy points. I just think if he ends up getting in a shootout with another quarterback, he's going to lose.
Yeah, he's a game manager.
Yeah.
He's he's Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
He's Kirk
No,
Cousins.
I like that.
He's a really good game manager. He can keep you in games, but he can also take you out of games. He's not gonna elevate you and make all these extra plays and absolutely win a game by himself. That's not who he is. He's not a Drake May, a Caleb Williams, a Mahomes, a Jaden Daniels. He's not those kind of guys.
I just think he's a good quarterback. I think he's made some impressive throws, but I just don't see a world where I think I'm like, yo, Bo Nix, go win me a football game. I just
That's why I flipped them in the Chargers because the quarterback position. I have the Broncos third and the Chargers second.
and that's honestly valid. I was that was a toss up for me, honestly. But
Yeah.
and then number one, obviously, it's us. Like I mean,
I'm not putting my money against him. I'll
I'm
tell you
saying
that.
every time that it's time, every time it's time for somebody to be better than 1-5, it never happens. Especially in the AFC, it never happens. Never happens. And then on top of that too, I've seen this man drag a wide receiver core of Sky Moore, MVS, and Juju Smith-Schuster to the Super Bowl and win. I would be ludicrous to not think that he's just not going to win the division. And he's a run game now, and a young and improved defense. Because everyone loves to think, oh, they have nobody on the defensive line. That's because all of our guys got hurt last year on the defensive line. There's a lot of guys that's going to step up in that role and give Chris Jones the pressure that he needs. And on top of that, Coughlin is going to take another step. Because I also found out as well, he was hurt all last year as well.
Yeah. I even asked you. I said, "Where are all your defensive linemen at?" And you were like, "Oh, they were hurt." I was like, I didn't even know that." You know,
Three defensive linemen went down last year.
that's three guys right there that are very crucial. I mean, come on, it's the defensive line. You got to get pressure on quarterbacks to win games. Still, you know, so
Exactly.
guys will be
Um,
right back where you've always been, just for the simple fact that Mr. 15 is on the field. That's it. That's all that matters.
and we
Travis will
got
be
EP
Travis.
back.
Yeah, Travis will be Travis. Worthy, I'm really excited for this year with Worthy, as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah.
I think Rasheed Rice, when he gets back healthy, he'll be good. So, and then K9, oh my gosh, how do we let y'all get K9?
Because it's crazy. If we don't get K9, we're not getting Jeremiah Love. So it's like we might have been
Exactly.
asking him already back.
You had no option really. There's not a lot of options in free agency either. So it's gonna be interesting. I have y'all winning the division as well. I have y'all as a top three team in the AFC. Uh, in order, I'm gonna go. Now this is a shocker. This is a shocker. This is why I think the top three teams will be based off of record. I will have the Bengals will be the number one seed. The Ravens will be the number two seed, and I have y'all as number three seed. And the reason why I have the Bengals as the number one seed is because they have the easiest schedule in football, and the Ravens also have the second easiest schedule of football. How are we giving Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, who are two of the top three quarterbacks in football? Well, yeah, actually, according to the list that came out today as well, they are two of the top three quarterbacks. I get it? It's based off the previous year and where you finish in your division, but
Right.
come on, dude. They're the only games that they should lose are to each other. That's it.
Yeah.
Like they both teams could easily go 17-0. I expect both of them to be 14 win teams. And then I expect y'all to be at 12, 13 wins.
Yeah.
So, those are the three teams for me in the AFC. It's don't say Bills. Don't say Bills in the comments. Josh Allen has no wide receiver to throw the ball to. Don't say DJ Moore.
I said, please don't say DJ Moore.
DJ Moore didn't even work out as a wide receiver two in Chicago.
Right. Yeah. He got his job taken by Luther Burden.
He got bounced. So I mean, come on. Same thing in Carolina. He got bounced up out of there. Who else in the AFC? Really? Obviously, you got the Patriots who should be back contending. They'll win their division to me, and that's why I don't want to hear anything about the Bills. They're not even better than the Patriots. So the
Mm.
Bills will be fighting to get into the playoffs this year, if you ask me. Defense got worse. Offense got
Broncos
worse.
would be in that picture, but we discussed that already.
So, literally, if you guess who the top seven teams are, I wouldn't put the Bills in there.
Really?
Look, all right. So let's go through. Let's go through it. Obviously, let's go our division winners. We got the Chiefs.
Mm.
You can go Bengals or Ravens, whichever one you want. And then I'm going the Jags for their division.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
And then what division am I missing?
the AFC East. So we said the Patriots. That's fine.
Oh, Patriots. So then after that, you have your wild card teams, the Ravens,
Wait, okay, I see how you're doing. Okay, yep.
and then I'm putting the Texans in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the Broncos. Is that crazy? Obviously, the Bills will be in the hunt because of Josh Allen, but I just feel like those are seven teams that are better than them.
But yeah, yeah,
You know,
hands down, from top to bottom, those teams are better.
and then on top of that, like you could say the Chargers are better than the Bills. You know what I'm saying? You could put them in there for them. That would be my playoff contenders right there for the AFC. Those are my seven teams to make playoffs. No injuries, obviously. Obviously, it's gonna be injuries, but right now in this moment with no injuries, that's my seven teams. Josh Allen's fans are gonna hate me for that. That's okay.
And we talk about his schedule. His schedule's out of pocket at one
His
point.
schedule is out of pocket. He's got to play everybody and their mother. He's got to play the Ravens first off early. He's got to play the Bengals. It's not an easy schedule for him, and that's another guy where the front office needs to go get him a wide receiver. You see what he did with Stephon Diggs.
Right.
You know that's also a place where I can see Justin Jefferson going. Buffalo.
I hope not.
Get him a wide receiver one. You have a great running back in James Cook,
Yeah.
but you just don't have a wide receiver. So that's unfortunate. That's my AFC locks.
All right. So let's do. I'll do NFC then. I mean, obviously you go for you. So
This one's hard.
regardless, there's going to be one. But if this certain person comes back, bro, they're not losing a game. I have the Rams.
They're
They have,
not losing the game regardless.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
very healthy.
they have the MVP. They have the
And then
best
the
wide receiver in the
reigning
league.
defense player of the year.
They
Best
have
wide receiver. Yeah, they have the best everything. Best defensive player, the MVP, and then the best offensive player. That's skill position wise. So
improved secondary, improved
yeah,
defensive line. Their run game is not no slouch. They just throw the ball a lot. Sean McVay is top five best play callers in the NFL, probably top two, honestly. Um, I mean, what?
I have them going 16-1, and they're only losing week 17 because they're sitting their starters.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be a little biased. I think we could still beat them just because I'm never betting against 1-5. But outside of that, I agree. I don't see
Y'all
them.
play them in the regular season?
Huh?
Y'all play them in the regular season? Okay, yeah, so do we. I'm not gonna watch that game though. Actually, let's sit JD that game. It's just not even.
Wait. So we did it by division. So yeah, the Rams were in the division, bar none. I hate Seahawks fans. Hate to break it to you. That little nice little run y'all had, that shit's over.
Yeah,
Um,
so Rams.
I low key. I think I got y'all winning y'all division. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all get Brandon, if y'all get Brandon, I really have it. So that's two. Do we what? Panthers?
Yes, I'm going Panthers. Yes, I'm going
Okay.
Panthers. And then the NFC North. That's the hard one. I'm taking the Bears.
I think I'm taking the Bears. Well, I think if you think about it, like even though the Vikings got Kyler Murray, every other team hasn't really gotten
Yeah.
better. They're like losing things. Packers lost half their wide receivers, and Josh Jacobs has whatever he has going on with him. And Michael Parsons not going to be back to like what, the middle of the season?
Yeah, they're talking about week 8 now, I believe. And then
Yes.
the Lions lost some guys defensively.
I don't even think they got better in the draft. At least not that I remember.
Nope. They lost Montgomery. I mean, they got Pacheco as the second guy there now, but we'll see. We'll see. I have them coming second in that division though.
Yeah.
So
And then wait, so what? That was the NFC East. No, we got the NFC East, West, North,
the South was the Panthers. So now we have our wild card teams:
the Seahawks.
Seahawks. I'm going Cowboys. And I'm going Eagles. I'm going three teams from our division.
I can see that happening as well. I don't see a world where the Lions are better than any of those teams. I don't see the Packers being better than any of those teams. Who else we got? I think the Buccaneers are going to take a step back this year.
Take a big step back. I think they could be the worst team in that division this year.
What do we think about the 49ers though? That's the only thing.
McCaffrey will probably be hurt by week 3. Mike Evans will have a hamstring injury week 1, and Brock Purdy will probably fuck up some elbow. So
Okay, well then, never mind then.
that's how I feel about the 49ers.
I think a low key sneaky team though that could surprise us is coming out of the South. It's two teams. I think it honestly could be the Saints or the Falcons. They could low key sneak into the wild card
I
spot.
trust the Saints more. They look good on paper. I don't trust the Falcons because they're two left-handed quarterbacks. They're like they have no arms. If they were to get a legit quarterback, oh my god, they'd be one of the best teams in the league.
But yeah, bar none. Bar none.
But yeah, so got our 7 teams in each side. Uh, and since we're talking about the Falcons needing a quarterback, let's just just jump right into this list.
But yes, please. Zay had the pleasure of sharing me the PFF Gray's top quarterbacks in the league, and I just
Yes, 1 through 32. Obviously, they're assuming that some of these guys will be starters on their teams. Um, I woke up to this. I was very, very upset. I won't lie. I get some of the reasoning. While we're editing this, we can put the list up here while we're talking about this so they can see it. But at number one, they have Josh Allen, which okay, that's understandable. I mean, I personally wouldn't put that guy first. If we're going based off last season too, because his list is based off
yeah,
last season.
I know who I'm putting for going off last season as well.
Yeah, and then at number two they have Joe Burrow. Again, completely understandable. But at two, he played half the season. Why are we putting him at two?
Right.
Three, Lamar.
I love Lamar, but
That's perfect. I think three is perfect.
okay. If we're
Higher, he shouldn't be lower. I think that's perfect.
yeah,
Four, Mahomes.
that's fine. He missed last year.
That's fine. He missed last year. Still kind of crazy to me. But now here's where I'm upset. The reigning MVP, if we're going based off last season, is at number 5.
Which is crazy.
He's the reigning MVP. He went further than all the quarterbacks ahead of him in the playoffs. Why is he at number 5?
He should be
Not,
one.
right. Not saying like we think he's the best quarterback in the league, but this list is based off of last year's production. So Matt Stafford should be at least in the top 3. Then they go Jordan Love at number 6, Justin Herbert 7, Dak 8, Drake May 9, Brock Purdy 10. So that's just the top 10 so far. What do we think about that top 10?
Top 10 is
Are there any names that you're like, why did I not hear them in the top 10?
low key your quarterback.
He was hurt, so I can understand that.
Okay, well then, hold on, give me a second. If we're going off of last year's,
I'm looking at some names on here, and you'd throw a fit with how low one guy in particular is.
I don't know why I didn't hear Bryce Young in that top 10. He played better than
Yeah.
Jordan Love.
Bryce Young is at 20.
I'm sorry?
Bryce Young's at 20. So keep your mind in that division. What other quarterback are you so like shocked that you heard?
Oh, Baker.
Yeah. So Baker's at 18. Baker Mayfield is in the MVP conversation.
I was about to say, wasn't he MVP for like the first like
He's in the
eight?
MVP conversation for the first half of the season. He was like the MVP favorite for the first half of the season.
Right.
And they have him at 18. Brock Purdy did not have a better season than Baker. Jordan Love damn sure didn't have a better season than Baker. Shit, Justin Herbert didn't have a better season than Baker. I mean, that's the top. The top 10 is crazy. There's 3 guys I would take out of the top 10. Brock Purdy,
Yep.
Jordan Love,
Yep.
and I would probably take Justin Herbert out of it.
He'd be like, for me, he'd be fringe.
And I would take those 3 out because now we go to the next 5 guys. You got Trevor Lawrence at 11, Jaden Daniels at 12, Caleb Williams at 13, Sam Darnold at 14, and Jalen Hurts at 15. Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls. He's 1-1 and has a Super Bowl MVP. He's the only guy outside of Tom Brady that we can say has beat Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl. And we have him at 15 behind Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, who he's beat, and Jordan Love, who he's also beat. Are we serious?
That's ludicrous to me, honestly. I just think
And I mean, Jalen Hurts has grown on me, obviously, thanks to Ryan being a Jalen Hurts lover. He's a bona fide top 10 quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. He's elite. He knows how to win. And he's going to show this season why he's a top 10 quarterback because he's going to have them still in a playoff position. Uh, why the hell is Sam Darnold in the top 15?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm not going to lie. Every quarterback on this list could honestly do this, fill in Sam Darnold's role, and they still win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Uh, Seahawks fans, don't cancel me. Uh, that's honestly props to how good their team is. Your quarterback is terrible. I'm so, I'm so sorry. I don't like Sam Darnold at all. You could put Jared Goff in there. You could put Bo Nix in there. Bryce Young, Kyler Murray. Fuck, you could put Daniel Jones in there, and they still make the Super Bowl. Let's not act like Daniel Jones and the Colts were 8-1 before he got hurt.
True.
Shit, you could put Kirk Cousins on that Seahawks team, and they still go to the Super Bowl. The only people on this list will probably be Geno Smith and Tua and Aaron Rodgers that I would say aren't going to get you to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me. And then 16 through 20 is Jared Goff, C.J. Stroud, Baker, Bo Nix, Bryce Young.
Such disrespect to the season that Bryce Young had, but all right.
Yeah, that's just crazy. 21 and 25 is Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones, Tyler. How do you pronounce the last name from the Saints?
Ciao.
Shao, and then Jackson Dart. That's 20 to 25.
I mean, I would be nitpicking, but like I'm not mad at that list. But there's some things I change around.
I'm not. 21 to 25 is kind of spot on. Then you go Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Tua, Cam Ward all the way at 29, Malik Willis, Jacoby Brissett, and Deshaun Watson at 32. Deshaun Watson didn't play a single football game last year, and he has not officially been named a starter. So until Deshaun Watson plays a snap, they should replace him with Shador on this list.
I agree.
Cam Ward being at 29 is absolutely absurd. He played a better football season than Geno Smith.
Yeah.
He played a better football season than Aaron Rodgers, honestly. That's the list. Any thoughts on this list?
There's a reason why I take PFF with a grain of salt because they make lists like this. They're like, I know what they're going off of. That's why they're doing it, but no, bro. Like,
Man, it shouldn't matter what you're going off of, man. Like, that's ridiculous, man. I can't lie. That's so bad. It's a bad list, and they know it. It's just gonna get people to talk, though. So, I can't do it. I can't agree with that list. I give that list an F.
yeah,
I give it an F.
or maybe a D minus.
I can't even give them that. The fact that Baker Mayfield is the 18th quarterback on this list
Mind you,
blows my.
was the MVP favorite for the majority of the season.
Yeah, and the fact that Matt Stafford is at 5.
So just
He played more games than Lamar and Joe Burrow, won an MVP, and got to the NFC Championship, where Lamar nor Joe Burrow made the playoffs. Missed, I want to say, at least 6 games. So I don't understand if we're going off last season. I don't understand why Matt Stafford wasn't higher.
shit either, honestly. But football is one of them sports where they kind of. It's like when you win an award, sometimes they still try to downplay it, as opposed to the counterpart sport where you win an award, they overrate you.
That's dumb because obviously, when it comes to the defensive players, they're gonna put Myles Garrett 1 every time, no matter the age, no matter what. If he wins Defensive Player of the Year, he's gonna be 1 on that list. Matt Stafford won the MVP. That means he's the best player in the league last year, and you have him at 5. You have 3 guys. No disrespect to any of those 3 guys, because when healthy, they're the 3 best quarterbacks in football. But they weren't healthy last year, and none of them made the playoffs. So I don't understand how you put them over him. That's a horrible list. Whoever made that list, stop making lists. All jokes aside, but that's crazy to me. I give that list an F.
Yeah, I that was a terrible list as well. That was when you sent it to me this morning. I was like, I'm not even shocked of how bad it was, to be honest with you.
I was. That pissed me off. Like real
Rightfully
early. I was like, what are we doing, bro? At this point, just start letting random things free. That's what it seems like. So that's my thoughts on all the football stuff going on.
so. Yeah. Well, we can switch over to NBA here shortly. We had the draft that just happened. We're in the NBA Summer League right now. We can talk about who just won. The Knicks beating the Spurs single handedly in 5 games. Honestly,
Defensively.
was not the outcome I was expecting. Not even just for like that. The not for the NBA. I said Super Bowl, I think, but not even for just NBA Finals in general. Just the playoffs because I really thought it was going to come down to like either the Spurs or Thunder being in the finals, even the Lakers for a little bit if Luka would have came back healthy, and then honestly thought it was either going to be us or it was going to be.
Boston.
Honestly, no, I didn't really. Nobody else really like. I mean,
I had Boston in the finals versus OKC.
see, like I did, but like I wasn't sure how Tatum would be like coming off of Achilles injury, so I was like, um, what were your? Well, we'll start with yours on your off season. We start out in the West.
I feel like it's been a relatively loud off season, louder than normal. Uh, the West once again has proven that they're the better conference by now LaMelo Ball being in Minnesota. Ja stays in the West, but he's now in Portland. LeBron is leaving LA. We don't know where. We just know a couple teams. Wemby and Spurs are going to get better. They add Tobias Harris. Thunder will get better. Um, the Lakers are still good. Got Luka obviously in AR, so that'll and Walker Kessler now. So I mean, I think with LeBron leaving the West for some reason, and this is crazy because he's 42. If he goes to the East, I feel like it's all balanced now. I feel like he still has that kind of effect on the league.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously, the Knicks just won a championship too, so you have the defending champs over there. The Sixers get better. Who else got better? I mean, this in the East. Giannis goes to Miami. I like that. I really like that. I think LeBron should go there. Uh,
The Cavs stayed pretty
Pacers.
much the same.
Cavs got worse. They lose Dean Wade. They
Oh,
don't
right.
know what's up with Harden right now, um, and they just haven't made any moves. Like they drafted Malik Thomas, who's really good. I love Malik Thomas. Shout out him. He just dropped 30. I want to say yesterday in summer league, and everybody's literally saying he's not good. Blah blah, all that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Look at who his head coach was in college and over there in Arkansas. So they produce good guards. Yeah, no. Outside of those trades, I've just been more excited about the rookies.
Yeah, the rookies have been fun to watch. My favorite rookie, I mean, we talked about it already. I think my favorite rookie is AJ. I don't know everybody. I don't know much of the Cam Boozer though.
Shout out Cam Boozer, man. Shout out Cam Boozer. You know,
I just like both of the. I'm more of. I will always value a player that can do more things on the basketball court.
yeah.
To me,
That's why I think that Cam will affect winning more than all of these rookies. I think
yeah,
AJ will flat out just be the best player when it comes to accolades.
yeah.
A sleeper, I think, to be the best player in this draft class is Caleb Wilson.
Mm,
I was watching that game against Cam Boozer the other day. I think you were with me in the Discord. He had 35.
that's
35 points. 7 for 11 from three, by the way. And he was not a 3-point shooter in college or high school. He was just a freak athlete. But he went out, was hitting step backs, and it wasn't like, oh, this is a lucky night. Like he shot 7 for 11. You know what I'm saying? That's not something to take lightly. But he was out there, uh, played really good. Darren, I'm not too high on him. Not that he's not good or anything. I just think out of those four guys, he'll be the worst one because he already has a turnover problem so far in summer league, and a fouling problem apparently. 9 fouls, 9.
The honorable mention, I think, could be one of the top guys in that class. Yaxel.
Yeah, he's gonna step in immediately and make an effect for the Warriors. He fits their system. I was watching him play. He could do. There's not one thing he can't do on the court, offensively or defensively. He can guard 1 through 5. Shit, on offense, you could play him 1 through 5. He can initiate the offense. He can spot up. He can get to the rim. He can post up. There's perfect draft pick for them. That he's gonna make an effect right away. And playing with Steph, he's gonna get a lot of open looks. So that's the guy who's gonna be good. I like Darius Acuff in Sacramento. Him and Zach LaVine will be an explosive backcourt. They're still gonna be bad.
Yeah.
They're still gonna be bad, but it's a really good draft class. From the whole first round is good. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those guys that were drafted in the first round. So I'm excited, especially for AJ, Cam. Man, that Wizards team is gonna be so good.
See, I don't know. Like, I know out in the East, like, the East isn't like some juggernaut. I know that because we were.
Ray Young, AJ, AD, Alex Sarr, Trey Johnson, who was a lottery pick last year, Bub, Chris Middleton's back, DeAndre Ayton now, Keyshawn George. They are one of the deepest teams in the NBA.
I just don't know if like their main impact guys are going to be healthy the whole year. That's the only thing.
Hey, but all we can do right now is go off what is it right now, and they're healthy right now, so that's all we can go off of. This is just projections, you know.
Even that, I have them probably like 5 or 6 to me.
Healthy, I got them 4.
I see that. I think one will be probably be the reigning champs, probably. 2 will be the Sixers. I think 3. I still think we're a top 3 team, regardless. I just think Cade's gravity of play is the reason why they had the record that they had. Boston 4, just because even though I thought their move with Jaylen Brown and Paul George was like literally net negative for them, it's still Jason Tatum at the end of the day. So
Bench is still weak. I'll take the Heat over Boston right now.
really,
The Heat will probably be the best defense team in the league.
see that. I have the Heat 5, the Wizards 6, and then you could throw anybody at that 7 spot. To be honest with you,
Yeah, there's not a lot of teams so you can really sit there and think of. Like, it's not going to be Milwaukee.
Toronto.
Toronto will be up there if the Kawhi trade becomes official with the investigation and all that. Who knows what Charlotte will do without LaMelo? I mean, they got Nas Reed now, so they've got a big man who could stretch the floor and rebound. And
Got
defend,
Campbell, and they still have Brandon Miller.
yeah, so it's not a bad team over there. I'm excited to see. I really don't know outside of the Thunder, the Knicks, and the Spurs who are those next teams that are going to compete. I really don't know. It's a toss up between so many teams.
I agree. Well, it's a toss between those 3 teams and then whatever team LeBron goes to. Reality.
He might as well go to Minnesota.
I'm going to Golden State. I can't lie.
They won't win. They won't get past the second round.
You don't think?
No.
I think the team would be deep. You got to think the spot that he would take would literally push to whatever guy on the bench, and then that would make their bench deep.
Yeah, but it's not like that guy was good. Technically, that's Jimmy Butler's spot. So when Jimmy comes back, what?
Well, no, I think with Jimmy Butler, they'll play like a small ball lineup type thing, but they got Porzingis. They got. Never mind, I'm not saying him. They have Porzingis. They have Yaxel now. They just got Melton back.
They're gonna get Draymond back.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to say his name.
No, that's not.
Oh, you know my odds? That's the future.
Right.
He's so terrible.
And then
Shut up.
make a wish. Jordan Poole. He's not bad either. He's a good bench piece.
Richard.
Yeah.
Uh, Florida Gator.
I just think I think it would be good if they had LeBron. I truly do. And then like it's Steph Curry.
I just don't think that they beat a OKC or a San Antonio. Actually, I think they could beat San Antonio. I don't think they beat OKC. I don't think they beat OKC.
But out in the East, though, I still have high hopes for the Pistons. I would like them to make one more move. I like getting John Collins. Jalen Duren's coming back because he has no market right now for what he's asking for. So he has no choice but to stay. And then I like the boy that we drafted, another combo guard that you can pair next to Cade. So he doesn't have to have the highest usage rate in all of the NBA and have like 4 turnovers because he has no one else to turn to pass the ball. So I'm still confident. I'm very confident,
Yeah, no, Knicks are going back to the finals. I agree.
and that's where we part ways. Um, it's gonna be interesting this year, man. It's gonna be very interesting to say the least. You know, there's a rumor going out that if LeBron somehow ended up in Cleveland, that Kyrie would somehow reunite in
I
Cleveland.
did see that. I did see that. They would trade for him.
But see, here's the thing, though: if they get Kyrie, surely Donovan Mitchell or James Harden has to bounce.
Well, James Harden's a free agent, so they probably do a sign and trade. Harden for Kyrie, and then it'd be Kyrie, Braun, and then Donovan Mitchell. That's still a bad defensive backcourt, though, if you ask me.
But yeah, it is.
But better offensively because Kyrie doesn't need the ball.
Yeah,
So it'll work. Honestly, hot take: make Evan Mobley guard the best offensive player
that's not
because
ridiculous.
you got Jared Allen on the backside to defend
Yeah,
the rim. So make Evan Mobley go guard the Tatum's and the Cades. Why not use that length? You're 7 foot.
yeah,
You got help on the backside.
true. But I think the only thing is, though, you have a big man that's like serviceable out there. That's going to drag Jared Allen out, and then if that's like a good off-ball threat, that could drag Evan Mobley from the basket, and that could be an issue.
Hey, but then you got LeBron.
That is true. That is true.
You got two guys right there that can guard 1 through 5. So I'm not calling a screen to get either of those three guys switched on me. To be honest with you.
You know what? You're right.
And then even if you get Donovan Mitchell or Kyrie, or if it's Harden switched on you, I'm gonna just make them drive into my big.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm not letting you shoot this three. Go ahead. Go into those 2 footers and LeBron. I'm not going for that at all.
I don't know. I'm just NBA low key needs to hurry up because I stopped watching for a little bit, but watching this Pistons run actually made me excited to watch. And I just we gotta.
Yeah, I gotta go get some Blazer gear.
I'm curious to see how this Sixers team is gonna be.
They'll be good. They'll figure it out.
I feel like the only thing that sucks is Maxi's scoring is gonna dip.
The positive is they've all played with somebody who's more ball dominant than them at some point in their career.
Yeah.
So it'll work out. They'll still probably play through Embiid. Thing is, you just can't double none of those guys. So everybody's gonna have one-on-ones. It'll work out.
It'll be interesting to see. It will be very interesting to see. But I think that wraps up for episode 1 of The Locker Room. Got an hour and 10 minutes. I think that was a nice little discourse and things like that. I'm thinking next one, even though it's early, I think we bring somebody on. I think.
Absolutely.
So all y'all keyboard warriors and podcast peeps or whatever, y'all have some hot takes you want to bring on here. You want to defend your team? Drop it in the comments.
NBA, NFL, baseball. If you want to defend your team and represent your team, especially with football coming up, yeah, come fight for your team.
Don't say no bullshit, though, 'cause I will kick you.
You will be removed
Immediately. I don't have time for bullshit. But that was a great episode. Like I said, y'all can find me at Jocelyn05, and then if you're not already, I will appreciate if you subscribe to the main pod at Word on the Street as well.
Like I said, this will be my co-producer along with my other one. It'll be three of us. Will be the goal is to try to break 2 episodes a week. From Word on the Street and the locker room, and get some clips out there, and just appreciate y'all coming along the journey of hopefully turning into a very, very, very popular podcast, to say the least. Zay, you got anything before we click off here?
Don't be afraid to hurt our feelings with your sports takes, because I'm gonna hurt your feelings. All right, I'm gonna say whatever I feel about a team or anything, and like I said, if you end up being a guest on here, say what's on your mind. It's all right to argue, it's all right to debate. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to hear where everybody's a fan of, why they're a fan of them, and just drop your knowledge on your sports team.
Sir, yes, sir. All right, this was the locker room, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time.